Hello peeps, how are you diddling? Today I'm going to share with you something that I loved that the emissary told me, and it's all about percentages, because you know how much I love percentages, and it's all about where we are and where we're going to be. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So, I was out running and I said to the emissary, so tell me, where are we in terms of the Great Awakening, right? And like, how many people are awake now? And they flashed instantly to me 30%. And I said, because I've been tricked before about this. I said, in what stage of awakening is that 30%? And they said, it doesn't matter. In all three stages. And remember the stages of awakening: awakening to the world, awakening to self, awakening to God. Yeah. They said, that's the group of people. And I would say that's how it feels to me, about 30%. But I said, okay, and of the rest, what percentage has still to wake up? What percentage still is going to wake up? And they said 40%. So about 70% in total have to wake up. And they said, however, we're telling you this based on the energies, frequencies and vibration right now. Said, it's not set in stone, all right? But that's generally where we are. And I said to them, okay, and the 30% out of the 70 that's not going to wake up? They said they're never going to wake up for the moment. They're going to stay and they're going to do their thing, okay? So we can't count on them. They're the ones who really are ensconced in the shit. So I said, to wake up this 40%, what's got to happen? You know, are there going to be big things happening that's going to wake up the 40%? And they said, more or less, no. That's not what's going to wake up the 40%. So I said, well, what is going to wake up? Because, you know, we woke up and big things happening. They said, look, all of the things that would make somebody wake up have already happened. They're all there. Everything's there, visible. And I think we'd agree. I mean, you know, if you haven't seen it, Jesus Christ, you must be blind. Yeah, is kind of my way of looking at it. What they said is that the 40%, this group is the malleable group that just flows and just goes with the loudest voice, the biggest group, the loudest group or whatever. And so they said, it's the 30% that's going to wake up the 40%. So I said, how is that going to work? They said, what's going to happen is this. As people continue, you know, the 30%, some of us are quite chilled and like, yeah, I've been awake for ages now and I'm sick of talking about it. But there are lots of people who aren't. Lots of people who are giving it welly. And they said that the 40% are going to wake up because of the noise that the 30% is going to make. And I said, so what will be the tipping point? You know, when will it really start to happen? And they said, it'll start to happen when the 30% of awakened people becomes 40%. So then they become the biggest number. You know, so we've got 40, 30, 30. They're the ones with the biggest voice. And they said how it's going to happen is going to be like these 30% who are still asleep, who are going to wake up but don't want to. It'll happen like this. Well, bugger me. Betty down the road has been talking to me about those lines in the sky, and she's telling me all of these things. Bloody Betty, talking about conspiracies. That is how, and that's literally the example that they showed me. Somebody saying Betty down the road, right? I don't know where they got that from. But that's how it's going to be. Like, people speaking out and the people who know them going, holy cow. And they said it's going to be that they're going to say, well, if she's speaking out about it, I had better take a look. And that's it. Because they said everything's there now. Really, yeah, there's going to be more revelations and stuff like that. But it's for them. However, you know, as I said before, the revelations are not going to be like wowzer for us, like, oh my God. We're more like, yes, that's pretty much what I thought. Yeah. So that's where we're going to be. That we're going to have this ultimately 70% awake. Can you imagine what that's going to be like? It's going to be absolutely electric. Electric. When? I didn't ask them when. And what's the point? Because they never answer that. However, we're on the road and I'm going to see it in my life. Therefore, if I'm going to see it, so are you. Okay? And I said to them, so what about that 30% then that won't wake up? And they said, truly, they are so fixed in their ideas, so fixed in their beliefs that they will not wake up. And they said, not even when they are faced with undeniable proof. They said that they are so ensconced in their world that they will be shown, they will see what's happening, and they will believe that the 70%, the things that they're talking about, are just mutterings of fools. And they're so far up their own arse. I mean, this is not what the emissary said. I'm going to say it. Those people, and I know them when I talk to them, they are so up their own arse. It's incredible. They truly believe that they have all of the information that they need. And they believe themselves to be holier than thou, better than everybody, high, and they've got awful morals. That's why they're with the devil. They've got the worst morals ever. They're so absolutely kind of detached from humanity and the world and humankind. It's incredible. They're the ones that meet you and say, "Hey John, lovely to see you." Bloody hell, John, you've lost a lot of weight and you've dyed your hair too. And you say, "I'm not John," and you've changed your name as well. That's where they are. You can say to them, "Look, here it is. The government has even said it. The government said that it's going to lock you all up and make you prisoners." And they go, "Yeah, but it's good. It's for the greater good. It's going to help mankind. If it helps the world, if it stops climate change, I'll do it." They're the people. There is no hope for the moment. But later on, they'll wake up. But anyway, that's not our business. So our business is to speak. However, the people, we aren't going to be the ones to wake people up because they're sick to fucking death of hearing our voice. And so it has to be fresh people. Remember the situation works like this. John down the road, Bob down the road, Betty down the road, who have nothing to do with these people at all, no relationship. They say it and they believe them. They go, "Well, good grief. You know what somebody said to me the other day? And I think they're right." And you think, "I've been telling you this for the last years, fill in the blank, and you've never listened to me." Doesn't matter. We'll celebrate it and we'll be happy because we'll be the 70%, the majority. How lovely. I'm looking forward to it. Are you looking forward to it? I hope so. I love you all and I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.